Hey Cricketers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Carrie. In my last video, I showed you how to unbox and set up this brand new 8-in-1 swing away heat press by Vevor. In this video, we're going to test out some puff vinyl by a company called CenDale. CenDale sent me a huge variety pack with over 14 different colors of puff vinyl. Using a white sheet of puff vinyl and a shirt that I got from Michael's, it's a Bella and Canvas t-shirt, I'm going to heat press the puff vinyl onto this shirt using my brand new Vevor heat press. We're going to test out how good this puff vinyl works and also how good the heat press works. I received both of these products for free from these two companies in exchange for an honest review of their products. In this beginner Cricut tutorial, I'm going to walk you through all the steps that you need to know on how to make a shirt using puff vinyl. I'm going to cover everything you need to know in this video, so make sure you watch it all the way until the end. We're going to talk about what temperature you need to heat press it at, how long you need to heat press it for, what setting you need to cut this vinyl at. I have a lot of experience using different types of heat presses. You can see I have this Vevor one. I also have the Auto Heat Press by HTV Ront, and I have this 5-in-1 swing away heat press. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on heat pressing the puff vinyl using the brand new Vevor heat press, but in my next video, I want to do a side-by-side comparison of these three heat press machines to help you figure out what the differences are and help you decide which heat press is best for your crafting needs. You don't want to miss out on that next video, so make sure you have your notification bell turned on so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. First, I want to cover the materials that you'll need to make this project. You'll need a Cricut machine. You can use any Cricut machine. I would recommend using one from the Maker or the Explore series. I'm using the regular Cricut Maker. There's also the newer Cricut Maker 3, or the Cricut Explorer 2, or the Explore 3. This shirt would be difficult to make with the Cricut Joy because the cutting size is about this wide, so you're probably not going to be able to cut out this whole design with the Cricut Joy. You'd have to shrink the design down really small, which is why I don't really like the Cricut Joy. If you're in the market for a new Cricut machine, I would definitely recommend one from the Explore or the Maker series. You'll also need a mat to cut your design on. I would recommend using the green standard grip mat. You could also get away using the light grip mat or the purple strong grip mat, but green is the best for this type of vinyl. The vinyl that I'm using in this project is 3D Puff Vinyl by CenDale. This variety pack comes with 20 sheets of vinyl in 14 different colors. If you want to purchase any of the materials that I used in this video, I'll have links down below in my video description where you can find a link to the heat press, the puff vinyl, the shirt from Bella Canvas, the Cricut machine. Everything that you need to make this project will be down below. I'll also have links where you can find the SVG bundle where I found this design. And there's also links where you can sign up for a discounted all-access subscription to Creative Fabrica or a free trial. Some other important tips that are in the directions is that you should wait 24 hours after applying the vinyl before you wash it. You want to heat press this vinyl using a lot of pressure, so make sure you have your heat press cranked up so it's really hard to pull the lever down. That way you have a lot of pressure when you're heat pressing this vinyl. According to their instructions, you want to heat press this vinyl between 284 and 302 degrees Fahrenheit, or 140 to 150 degrees Celsius for about 15 to 20 seconds. Place the shiny plastic side down on your mat. For some reason, these directions say place the shiny plastic side up, but that's not right. You want the plastic side down on your mat so it cuts out the vinyl. And since this is a heat transfer vinyl, you need to make sure you mirror your image. If you're looking for the best place to get designs and project ideas, Creative Fabrica is the place to go. I am a mom of 2 kids. They're 6 and 8 years old, and I found this Sarcastic Mom SVG bundle on Creative Fabrica. I absolutely love it, and I'm going to use some designs from this bundle to make me some new shirts for the summer. This is a really popular bundle. It's been favorited over 110 times, and there's a preview of a lot of the different designs that you can get in this bundle. I used to be cool, now I argue with a miniature version of myself. I need a double shot of whatever my kids are on. Dirt and Glitter, Mom of Both. Chaos Coordinator, I was normal 4 kids ago. I love all of these. They're so funny. I don't know how I'm going to choose. But did you die? Hashtag mom life. I live in a madhouse ran by a tiny army I made myself. Mom sleep. Like regular sleep, but without the sleep. I can't. My kid has practice, a game, or something. I think I definitely need to make one of these where it says I was normal 2 kids ago. Chasing toddlers is my cardio, that's for sure. May your coffee be stronger than your toddler. So if you love this design bundle and you want to download them, you can click this big green download button if you have the all access plan. The all access plan lets you download as much from Creative Fabrica as you want. You get unlimited downloads. At the top of the screen, you can see how much it costs. Their yearly all access plan is just $4.99 a month right now. That is a discount. It used to be $29 a month. You can see it right here. With this discount, you save hundreds of dollars. Their normal price was $348 a year. With this discount, you can sign up for just $59.88 a year. You get access to millions of graphics, fonts, classes, and more. And you get personal, commercial, and print-on-demand use of these files. That's super important because if you want to sell any of these products with your Cricut machine, you have to make sure you have the commercial license. Otherwise, you can risk getting sued for using a design that you don't have the rights to. With Creative Fabrica, you get that commercial license. If you want to sign up for this super discounted subscription, you can click that link down below in my video description. Then once you have the all access subscription, you can click this big green download button. In the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see a zip file pop up. If that doesn't pop up on your computer, you can open your downloads folder. But I double-click that, then double-click on the bundle, and I want to go to the SVGs. Then right here, it gives you the little titles of all of the different SVGs in the bundle. So let's try I Was Normal Kids Ago. And it gives you 4 is the default, but it also gives you all of the different numbers that you can plug in. So I'm going to right-click and click Save As, and then save it to whatever folder on your computer you want. Just remember where you saved it because you have to go back in a moment and find it to upload it into Design Space. So click Save, and now we can move over to Cricut Design Space where we can upload this file. So you want to go over to Upload, Upload Image, Browse, and then find that file you just saved on your computer. Select the file and click Open, and then Upload. Select the design and click Add to Canvas. Right now, this file is all grouped together, and I need to ungroup it so that I can move it around and get rid of the number 4 and put number 2. So right here where these double squares are is the Ungroup button. You want to click that. Then I'm going to select the 4, but this is still grouped together, so I need to ungroup this again. So click it once again. Now I can delete the number 4 and drag the number 2 over, but right now, see, they're still grouped together, so I need to ungroup this file by clicking the double square, Ungroup. Now I can select just the 2 and put it there. And then I can delete all of these numbers that I don't need. Now I want to highlight this whole thing, click Combine, and then Weld. And what that does is it makes it so that all of these pieces are just one piece for my machine to cut out. The next thing that I have to do is measure my shirt so that I can see how big I need to make the design and then resize it in Design Space. Grab the shirt that you're going to use and lay it down and grab your ruler. You need to figure out how big you want to make your design to go on your shirt. One of the easiest ways that I like to do that is to look at my body and the shirt that I'm wearing and figure out where the design would fit on my shirt. So I'm going to go to right about my neckline and go down, and this is about where the design would go on my shirt. So if you look at the top, there's the neckline and then there's the shoulder. So you have this gap between here and here where the seams are. I like to go right about to the edge of the neckline and go right down. Take your ruler and line it up with the top of the collar. I want it to be a little bit wider than the collar. So I'm going to make it go over about 1 inch and then go down. So I want my design to be about 9 inches wide. Another thing that you can do if you're unsure about what size to make the design is to go on Google and type in which size design should I use for a large shirt or whatever size shirt you're working on. So I just Googled real quick which size design for a large t-shirt, and it says for the size large, the width should be between 10.5 and 11.5 inches. So I'll make mine 10.5 inches. So let's go back to Cricut Design Space and readjust the shirt to be 10.5 inches wide. The way that you resize things is by clicking this double arrow in the bottom right-hand corner, and then you can drag and drop it to be the right size. I'm gonna click this double arrow and drag it to be 10.5. If you want to be super precise, you can go up to here and type in 10.5, enter, and then we can click Make It. Since we're working with a heat transfer vinyl, we have to mirror the image, otherwise when we put it on our shirt, it will be backwards. So right here it says mirror, you want to click on. And then at this point is when I like to cut out my vinyl because it has the grids here and you can see how big you want to cut your vinyl. So I want my vinyl to be about 9.25 inches wide. Since this sheet of vinyl is almost the same size as the design that I'm cutting, I'm not even gonna bother using my trimmer. I'm just gonna put this sheet right down on my mat and begin cutting. For this kind of vinyl, I'm gonna be using a standard grip mat, which is the green mat. Make sure you take off the protective cover so it's sticky. Place that clear sheet to the side, but don't lose it because you're gonna need it to put it back on your mat. Then you wanna take this puff vinyl and place it shiny side down, so the plasticky side is gonna stick to the mat. In the upper left-hand corner. So you can see the sheet of vinyl is about the same size as my design, which is perfect. Now we can load this into our machine. Click continue. Since I'm working with a type of vinyl that I've never used before, it's a really good idea to do a test cut before you cut out this whole design on this big sheet of vinyl. According to the instructions on Amazon, it says if you're using a Cricut Maker like I am, you want to cut it at the premium holographic vinyl setting. So I'm actually going to click cancel. Cancel the cut, yes. Cancel. And I'm going to go over to shapes. Whenever I do a test cut, I like to select the star. And I'm going to shrink it down to be like 0.3. It doesn't have to be very big. And I'm going to change the color to a different color than this design so it cuts it on a different mat. The color doesn't matter, just select any color. And then click Make It. With the star, you don't have to mirror the image, because if you mirror the image, the star is going to be the same no matter what. Then click Continue. Then click Browse All Materials. And then we're going to search for Premium Holographic. I guess let's try Premium Vinyl Holographic 3D Texture. Click Done. And I'm going to change the pressure to more just to be on the safe side. Now we can slide the mat into our machine. Click the blinking double arrow to load your mat. And then click the blinking Cricut button. It cut that out super fast, like 2 seconds, so then click this button again to unload the mat. Now let's see if we can weed this little star out. I'm going to cut out this tiny little star in the upper left-hand corner. And then see if I can weed it. It looked like that setting worked well. This weeded no problem, so now I can go cut out the rest of my design. Now I can move over to the machine, slide it in, click the blinking double arrow, and then click the blinking Cricut button so it begins to cut. While our machine is cutting, now is a good time to turn on your heat press and set it to the right time and temperature. So hit that on switch, And you can see it's already set to 320. Another thing that you might need to adjust on your heat press machine is the pressure. So to adjust the pressure, there's this little knob in the back, and if you tighten it to the right, it makes the plate go lower, so it gives it more pressure. If you want less pressure, so to loosen it, you turn it to the left. I like to have a lot of pressure when I'm using a heat press machine, so that way it squishes the design really tight and it makes it heat press well. So you can turn it a few cranks and then push this down and make sure that it closes. It doesn't require very much effort right now for me to close this, so I'm going to try twisting it tighter a few more turns so that there's more pressure. You want there to be some resistance when you're pushing this bar down. You don't want it to be really easy. You want to have to put some force to close it. That feels pretty good to me. So now we just wait for the machine to heat up and our Cricut to cut. Grab your weeding tool, and I like to start in the upper left-hand corner and just pick up a little piece of the vinyl and begin to pull it. What you want to do is pull away all of the vinyl that you don't want until you're left with the design that you do want. This vinyl is weeding really good on the setting that I cut it on. One thing that I'm noticing about this puff vinyl is that it's starting to peel up off of the mat, which that usually doesn't happen when I'm working with like a Size or Easy Weed vinyl. So you want to make sure that your design isn't peeling away when you're weeding this. After I'm pretty sure that I'm done weeding my design, I like to peel it up off the mat and flip it over and just double check that I got all of the vinyl. My design looks good. Now I can place it on the shirt. The next thing that I want to do is heat press my shirt for a few seconds to get out any kind of wrinkles or moisture that's trapped in the shirt. So to swing the plate away, you just slide it over like this and then place your shirt right here. Make sure you peel off any stickers on the shirt. So place the shirt on the mat and slide it into place. If there's not a lot of room for you to swing this away because there's a wall in the way, you can pull out this insulated mat and place it on here and slide it in. Just be careful because this is hot and you don't want to burn yourself. So I'm going to turn it and then press down. I'm going to slide my table away from the wall so that I can swing this around more. Then take your design and place it in the center of the shirt. And I like my design to be about 3 inches below the neckline. So you can grab a ruler and place it right there. And make sure it's 3 inches below. You can also do 3 fingers, some people do. Just lowered my design so you can see the design is 3 inches from the collar. And then just center it. I eyeball it. What some people like to do is you can fold the shirt in half and heat press a crease down the middle and then fold your design in half and line them up. I think it's easy enough to just eyeball it and make it center. Since this heat press has a Teflon sheet already built in, I don't need to use a Teflon sheet, so I can just swing it around. Push down. And then I need to push mode until it starts counting down. And pay attention because there is no beep. Can pull it up, swing this around. Whoa, it puffed up so much. That's super cool. It looks kind of wrinkly though. I let the vinyl cool down for about a minute. Now I'm going to peel off the transfer sheet. Here's an up-close shot of what the vinyl looks like. It's really bumpy. It feels kind of funky, like super weird. It almost feels like rubber. You want to make sure that when you heat press this vinyl, you have a lot of pressure on. And you don't want to heat it more than once, because if you heat it again, you're going to lose that puffy texture. I'm going to try on the shirt so we can see how it looks. So here is the finished product on my body. This is a large Bella and Canvas t-shirt. It runs a little big on me. The sleeves are going all the way down to my elbow, which I kind of like because I'm a little self-conscious about my arms, but I would definitely buy the medium next time for myself. This texture is really cool. It definitely makes the design pop on the shirt a lot. I really hate my summer wardrobe. I love my fall wardrobe. I feel like I have lots of cute long sleeve shirts, but as far as t-shirts go, I don't like any of them, and I don't like any of the styles in the store. It seems like everything is like crop tops and pants that go real high, and I'm at the point in my life where I want my stomach to be covered and my arms. So being able to make my own clothes with my Cricut machine is a huge advantage. This vinyl is really cool. I like how it came out, and I can't wait to try more of the colors on future shirts. Thanks for watching. Bye!